I was introduced to the business last year, March. And Reza had just come to Kenya and introduced the business to us. And one of the lady, actually the first person that he introduced the business to, decided to call me and tell me, there's this thing I've just been told by a Mzungu, we call them Mzungu, light-skinned people. Mm-hmm. He's come all the way from Canada to tell us about this business. And I think it's a good idea. What do you think? Just come listen. Now, I have a sales background, but I used to be allergic to anything that is network marketing. I used to say that is not for me. However, something touched me and I felt, let me just listen. And as I was listening like you're doing right now, as I was being told about this, I just kept thinking, wow, so and so. My mom has asthma, has high blood pressure. My mother-in-law has arthritis, or my son has this. Or during that, the presentation, I was just thinking the people who could benefit. Not the business first. How many people could benefit, okay? And every condition they talked about, we have it in Kenya. If it's those things, like the way if I was talking about lignans, and the radicals, if you know about our continent, being under the tropics, from mosquito bites, from the dust everywhere, pollution is just incredible. Oxidative stress is the order of the day for us. So as I was listening to the presentation, in my head, I had a huge, long list of who was going to benefit, starting with myself, huh? Okay. Anyway, so I decided to actually try out this thing by getting the products. Like what Ifra said, for 2 months, she didn't tell anyone. I'm like that. I just joined to first use the products. I knew I had all these people, but what do I tell them? Oh, I've had this thing does this, I've had this. No. I decided I have to try it myself. And I started actually with the skincare and the fountain of life. Now, I may not, or I thank God, I do not have most of the conditions that were being talked about, but I felt, one of the things they said is that it is very good to have to protect and preserve your health. So I said, okay, since I have all this history in my family, I need to take this so that I can prevent myself from getting those conditions. And I started taking it. I started applying this. What was so amazing is that within 3.5 weeks, I met my sister-in-law. Immediately I started, I actually sent just to my 2-3 sisters, my family members, only just about 4 or 5 people. I just told them, but there's something I'm trying out. It does this, and I've been told it does this and this and this. Would you be interested? And of course, all of them, skeptical. There are too many, and especially in Kenya, we have numerous so-called supplements. So, of course, they dismissed me, all right? Anyway, after 3.5 weeks, I met my sister-in-law. And the first thing she told me, I love your foundation. I looked at her, foundation, me? Foundation how? The ladies wear foundation? That layer we usually put to cover all our marks. I told her, her name is Stella. I told her, Stella, since when have you known me to wear foundation? Never. She said, what has happened to your skin? I said, already my husband had been telling me, oh, your skin is getting better, but I was thinking, just, the lovey-dovey, it's going just to be pleasant to me. So I ignored him. So when I heard it from my sister-in-law, I was actually okay. I started paying more attention. And when I told her there's nothing I am doing apart from just the skincare, do you know she actually she ordered for her pack. I set her up. We met at around 7 o'clock, like now, in her house. And when I told her it's only this that I'm using, she was bought and I made her VIP and she did her order. Now, apart from that, of course with this, immediately I joined, of course, you are told about the first package where you get 6 bottles. Out of the 6 bottles, I was only going to sell 3 because I wanted one for myself, for my mom, and for my mom-in-law. Now, my mother wasn't taking. She would take today, after 2 weeks, or after, when she remembers. She actually took, lightened it. But then one time she had an asthma attack. When I called her, she could hardly talk to me. So I asked, Mommy, what is it? She told me, there you can't breathe. So I told her, have you taken the bottle I gave you? She said, oh, I have to look for it. I told her, please look, just go get it and take directly under your tongue. And after you've taken, go to the hospital. Let them nebulize you, otherwise you won't be able to sleep. And she took under her tongue and she went to hospital. But in half an hour when she was actually getting to the doctor's office, the doctor's place, she was already feeling better. And she told the doctor exactly why she's come. And you know what? The doctor, checked her chest 3 times. She was fine. Then she went back home. She was not done a thing. And from that time, she used to take every single day and actually got for me sales. So that's how, with the revolution that what this product is capable of. That's actually what has helped us in Kenya. And we just share. I did not start selling aggressively. Apart from that one of my sister-in-law, I did not aggressively sell. I wanted to use the products. But the products actually sold themselves. I was actually getting feedback, positive feedback, long before I would share the benefits. For me, that was it. And that's actually what took us to the next step. That's how we were able to be, number one, above all the 200 countries. A small country in Africa called Kenya. Everybody was wondering, where have these people come from? We have just joined the business. Within the 3rd month, we were number one. Right now, we are always the top 3. And we pray, I know Ifra wants to beat us to it. I know Steph, you guys have been working tirelessly. We are going to triple our efforts to make sure we stay at the top. Yeah. So that's my story. So I sat like you. It was stories that time. But now we are talking from our own experiences. This thing is revolutionary. And as we're told, you can ingest it or you can use it topically. Like some of us, when you have those cold sores or you have, wounds, like the way you have wounds. But this is phenomenal. I burnt my tongue with food, very hot food. My son had just put it and I took it with not knowing that it just comes straight from the saucepan. And I took, gluttony, I took a big bite. It was too hot. I just, within seconds, I had already thrown it to the bin. And my tongue was just burning. And I was wondering, what do I do? Normally what do? We run for cold water. As I was running to the tap, I remembered I have fountain of life because I have a bottle in the kitchen. I took and put in the mouth and just left it there for 5 minutes. I was just taking it wrong, talking to no one. And after that, I swallowed. Normally, when you burn your tongue, for 2 days, you cannot take hot tea, you cannot take hot food. Yeah? I didn't experience any of that. Just as you're hearing the stories, I heard them as stories, you're hearing from real people. These things are phenomenal. With the skincare, I have decided my age will be left on the document, the Kenyan government document, the passport to show what age I am. I will not show you how old I'm going to be just, from my face. Let it stay in the passport, okay? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It was a pleasure talking to you.